All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. Nice move at the 40. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On first down, Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
We got three, fellas, we got three.
From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Manning. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Spinning away. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Manning now on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 319. 319.
To throw is Manning. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Manning going to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On second down, here's Manning. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Snap comes at 1. Manning. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very low.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing now is Manning. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. To throw on second is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Green, 39! Green, 39!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tiger! Hey, green!
Watson on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, black 22! Black 22!
Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, green, 39! Green, 39!
3rd and long. It's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Manning. Foot into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 36 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Reset. Richmond. Black 99 Philly.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Richmond.
To throw is Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll get it up the middle. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves him with work to do on 3rd and goal. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Green, the line. Come back. Tiger.
So that'll back him up 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Green, the line.
Now Watson operating from the gun. And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives them the 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Working from the gun, Manning. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Manning now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now Manning. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, 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 gun.
Shotgun now for Manning. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. In for the score. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 17-3. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Tiger.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The open man is Westbrook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Over! Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 1st down, Manning. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Reset. Tiger.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Black 99 Philly. Take four. Check.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escapes the sack. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Reset.
Check, 55 to right. Check, 55 to right.
Tiger.
I got one.
Watson just beating the play clock. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now let's go. 319. No. Check. Patriot.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Blue 90.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On play action. Now Manning. He's going to look deep down the field. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Come back, come back.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over them. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd down, Fournette. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
To throw on second is Watson. And he's got Shockey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Watson now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Watson looks to throw again. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Dumps it off to Fournette. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play.
Come back!
Now a first down throw, Watson. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Tiger!
On second down, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Black
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. They call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. On first down, Watson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Throwing on third down, Watson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Come back, come back. Tiger.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Jags are going to win this football game. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Jacksonville, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.